Welcome back, and you're still watching Good Morning Namibia. 16th June is marked as a Day of the African Child, a day that pays tribute to the courage of the children who marched for their rights in Soweto, South Africa in 1976, a moment to reflect on the progress made and the challenges still faced by the children across the continent. Junior Mayor Milano Gogol will also in grade 11 at Windhoek Gymnasium School, accompanied by Treasurer of the Junior Council, Esther Moses, by Ella du Plessis Secondary School. They are both representing the voices of Namibia's youth as they are here to share their thoughts on the significance of this important day and what it means for young people in Namibia today and how the Junior Council is working to ensure the voices of the youth are heard, included and empowered in shaping the future of our nation. Good morning. How are you two doing today?
Good morning. Very good. Thank you for having us.
It's amazing having wonderful, powerful aspects of our youth with us, especially since you are both part of the Junior Council. So my first question for both of you is briefly introduce yourselves and just tell us a little bit about what the Junior Council does for our youth.
So, good morning, Namibia. My name is Milano Gogol, and I am the Junior Mayor of the City of Windhoek for the 2025-2026 term.
Good morning, Namibia. My name is Esther Moses, grade 11 learner, all the way from Ella du Plessis. I know, right? It must be not hard being a learner at grade 11, especially when everybody has your back on you. So, my role, I'm the treasurer of the Junior Council, and my role in the Junior Council is mainly to make sure that we are having transparent funding.
So I will definitely say you are definitely empowering our youth. And since it is African Child Day, I can't help but ask, what does this day mean to both of you, especially in the aspect of being African children, being part of the youth, especially in such a progressive generation?
Well, this question hits back a little bit at home because my mom always told me stories on how the education system was so unfair. Imagine you're in a class and somebody is holding a gun in front of you. It must be very terrifying. But here we are, Day of the African Child, and we feel safe in a class whereby we get to even listen to what the teacher is teaching, is it not? We are privileged to understand what actually education is, and not like back in the days where our parents had to be forced and they had to be chased away from school. So it is really a privilege. And the reason why I feel like it should be commemorated, it reminds each and every African Child's Day of their rights and that the future belongs to the youth. And that is what we are here for today.
For me, it fills me with immense pride and joy because I, as an African child, today I feel seen. Today I feel on the global stage I feel seen, as well as all the other millions of other African children. I believe this once again highlights our ability as African children to step up for ourselves from now and stand up in the future, as well as make achievements successful, because we've achieved so much, and I believe we'll also still achieve very much in the future.
Thank you both so much. Esther, this year's theme for African Child Day is focusing on planning and budgeting for children's right and progress since 2010. And how do you interpret this theme exactly?
Acknowledging that Namibia is ranking one of the top 10 countries in Africa of child-friendly, that is something, is it not? And I want to start off just to acknowledge that our First Lady has also increased from 350 to 1,600, acknowledging that no child should be left behind. And we want to look at our Junior Council. Our Junior Council is the voice of the youth, that we speak up for the youth, and we tend to plan what activities we want for the youth. And the city of Windhoek has budgeted for this, that it's not only a plan written on paper, but it's also action that has to be taken.
Thank you so much. I truly see where you're coming from, and it's amazing seeing our youth put their voices out there and be able to express themselves, especially in the position that you were given. You have an opportunity to advocate for everyone, and especially our youth that doesn't get heard sometimes. And when they come to you, they also talk about issues. And this brings me to a question, Milano. Advocating. And this is something, especially in the junior council, that you do every day, right?
Indeed, indeed.
As a junior council member, how do you see your role in advocating for rights, especially with our Namibian youth and the well-being for children and youth in Namibia?
Well, thank you for the question. As the Junior Council, we act as an advisory body to the Management Committee of the City of Windhoek. This means that we Junior Councils, we are 75 in total, we have the ability to raise concerns for the youth and acknowledge it, and also give it through to the Management Committee of the City of Windhoek to make sure that these problems are addressed, these challenges are solved, and most importantly that solutions are found in order to improve the conditions of our youth, but also develop the youth and thereby advocate for them in the best of our ability.
Thank you so much. Thinking about it and going back to one keynote that you put, our youth faces a lot of troubles, especially in today's society. I want you to give me some of the key challenges our youth faces and some ways that parents, our government, even educators can solve these issues and how they can be addressed.
Right. So one huge thing, which is obvious, is that youth unemployment is still too high. Too many young individuals still do not have work, still do not have work experience, vocational training, or even proper education. So that is a big thing to consider in the future, and I believe our government is making progress on that, but there's never enough that can be done. So I think we should definitely make progress on that and focus that our youth either gets a vocational training or completes proper education and gets the right to education just like me and her received. So that's one huge thing. In addition to that, homelessness is a huge thing which I believe has to be considered in the coming years, especially also begging, child begging on the streets, because if I drive to the streets and I come from school, for example, it breaks my heart to see that these children have to stand on the street and beg for money while I have the privilege to go to school. So I believe that we should definitely focus on making sure that every single child, every single young individual has the right to the education, but also the ability to exercise that right to education, to make sure that they get to school or get vocational training so they can complete their life and also get a job and so on, to make sure that they are not on the streets, but instead where they should be, which is either a place of work or in education.
Thank you so much. Esther, I would love to especially go back to what Milano said in regards to education. And education plays a key role in child's development, especially in early child development. And I would love to know what the youth has done, especially what the Junior Council has done to support and to bring these initiatives to life, and what they plan to do, even if it's future or something that is just being thought of as an idea. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this.
I will start off with the Junior Council. We are planning. We have already come about it because it's already written and drafted that we are focusing on the child's safety, because every child has a right to safety. And with this, we have come up with drama roles that can be played on our televisions to advocate and make sure that we get information out there that every child has a right to safety. And we also want to make sure that our parents that know where their child is going, they know where their child is going. And with this child's safety, we make sure that every child make sure that they inform their parent where their whereabouts and so forth, and to make sure that with the recent news that we are having of our kids that have been missing and being killed, we also want to advocate for that, and we want to show our sincere for the youth that this should stop. That is what the Junior Council wants to go. And our motion for last year was 3 children. We also want to, because it's not right for some of us. We are having the privileges of going to school, a roof on top of our head, while our peers are out there.
Since we are reaching to an unfortunate end, I could listen to you both talk all day, especially about the youth. But I would like to ask both of you, is there any last message you would want to give to any young Namibian out there listening right now, or even in the future that will listen to this?
Yes. Would you like to go first?
Yes. I would say we are losing ourselves, we are losing our character. So every Namibian child that is out there, I would love you guys to be yourself. I would love you guys to be confident in who you are. Get your own personal character, because you are who you are. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be like Maria. You don't have to be like Esther. You work at your own pace, and that is what we need in today's world. So be yourself when you're out there, no matter what you have to do. Just be yourself. Whether you are funny, whether you are serious, we all need those people. You don't have to be like the next person because you are trying to fit in. Be yourself and you can achieve so much.
My message to you is that anything is possible and nothing is impossible. Wherever you are, get involved anyway. No action is meaningless and no action is too small. So your potential is unlimited, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
It's amazing having you here.